Hey, welcome back, Math 7 students. This time we are doing probability models. So, probability models, first of all, I want you to understand that probability really deals with decimals, not percents. So, most people think of probability as like 100%, 10%, but what it really is talking about, when you talk about that 100%, like if something's 100% likely, that means in probability it has a 1% chance of happening. Um, if I don't know how to quite explain that, but it's like moving this, taking this and moving it back to a decimal. You just move this decimal two times, removing those two zeros, and you're left with a one. So when we're talking about probability and they deal with decimals, we want to take, if here's all the probabilities and we want to find out what Ronald's probability is, we need to take all these decimals, add them together, and subtract from 1 to find out what it's got. So let's do that. Let's take all those decimals, the 0.3, the 0.1, the 0.32, and the 0.1. Let's add them together, and that comes out to be 0.82. If you don't believe me, you can do the math as well. Then we're going to take that 0.82, we're going to subtract it from 1, and as we do that, we get a result of 0.18. So the probability for Ronald in this one is 0.18. It's just some simple math, okay? Let's do another one here, okay? So we're going to do the volcanoes. Eaton randomly selects volcanoes to travel to and study. After traveling, he had seen 13 cinder cone volcanoes, 18 shield volcanoes, and 6 stratovolcanoes. Okay, so we need to put together his frequency table of how many times he's done this. So here's how you do this. It's pretty quite simple. 13 for the cinder, 18 for the shield, 13 plus 18 is 31 so far. We add 6 for the strato, and that's 37 volcanoes he has visited. Okay, well, for the cinder one, he went to 13 cinders out of the total of 37. So 13 divided by 37 is 0.35135 dot dot dot. We were told on here to put our answers rounded to the nearest hundredth. Remember, hundredth is after the first two decimals. That one right next to it would tell the 0.35 to stay the same. So this one is simply 0.35. Now we're going to do the same thing for shield. We had 18 shield volcanoes. So we're going to take 18 divided by the total of 37. 18 divided by 37 is 0.48648. Again, rounding to the nearest hundredth. Here's our hundredth, but what will the 6 tell the 8 to do? The 6 is a 5 or greater, so it's going to tell it to round up to a 49. So we're going to round that up to 0.49. And then we're going to do the stratovolcano 6 divided by 37. That comes to be 0.16216 dot dot dot. The 2 next to the 6 is going to tell it to stay the same, so 0.16. Now, not sure you did all your math right, correct? Here's what you got to understand. Remember that 13 plus 18 plus 6 equals the 37. And you know 37 divided by 37 would equal 1, correct? Which means if we did our decimals correct, all three of these decimals should add up to 1. So you know what we're going to do just to verify? We're going to add them up. So I've added this. 35 plus 49 is 84. 84 plus 16 is 100. Just put the decimal in there and it's 1. So we've done our work correctly. All right, one more. Here we go. All right, Sports World is open every day. Chelsea, Ivy, and James are the only employees at Sports World who can open the store. Okay. Now, down here, you'll notice that Chelsea opens the store 0.3 times. So I'm even going to label that because it goes up to the 0.3. So we know Chelsea is 0.3. Her probability of opening the store is 0.3. Ivy has opened at 0.1. So I'm going to label her as well as 0.1. If you add Chelsea and Ivy together, that means they've opened the store 0.4 times, and James has done all the other times. So we're going to take 1 minus 0.4, and that equals 0.6, which is our answer right down there. Hey, that's all there is to it, guys. Good luck, and I will see you over at Google Hangouts. Bye-bye.